Can we assess the success of the Not Too Young to Run bill using the bad decision of one young leader as a yardstick? And also, is the president really committed to his anti-corruption agenda as we thought he was? Well, this is Plus Politics, and I'm Mariana Cohn. Some days ago, a video showing a Senator Elisha Abbo, representing Adamawa North Senatorial District, assaulting a woman in a sex toy shop in Abuja surfaced online. Now, in the video, the senator had accused the shop attendant of insulting him and asked a policeman with him to arrest her. Now, this has sparked a lot of outrage, with Nigerians calling for the accused to step down from office, saying that he's a product of the Not Too Young to Run bill that was passed a while ago. Now, the big question is, however, is this why the Not Too Young bill should be attacked? Because of some callous act allegedly committed by one young person in power? Well, joining me to have this conversation this evening, I have Kate Henshaw. She's an actress and an activist. It's good to have you join us.
Thank you, Marianne.
All right. And sitting next to her, we have Fumi Ayola Dosomo. She is a political analyst. Thank you very much for joining us, Fumi.
Hey, how are you?
So, of course, this is an issue that we've been talking about on social media, even in person. So I'll start with you, Kate, because you put up a video talking about this issue, and I'm sure you got a lot of attacks on this particular one. Now, as we speak, the police has arrested him, so he's been in custody. But looking at that video, everything spells wrong about it from the onset. There are people who are saying, oh, men get assaulted, so why are we making it all about the women?
Oh, first of all, I wasn't attacked. I had a lot of support on the video. A lot of people, you know, agreeing with me that it felt the outrage. That video, I mean, watching it over and over again, to really understand what sparked it, I couldn't see anything. Because I could hear the girl clearly saying, oh God, take it easy. That's all. And then you go on her like, she slapped you or she abused you or something. It's so shameful and disgraceful. Now, coming off a bill that suffered so much, you know, attack and you know, friction for it to get passed. And then this is the beneficiary. How do you expect others to come up on that bill? They will say, look at a sample. This is why we're saying that young people are not ready to rule. They're not ready to take up any political position. But it doesn't mean that one bad apple spoils the whole bunch. But it brings to question the character of the people who are running on the not too young to run bill.
I'll come back to that. But for me, a lot of people, I mean, I remember I also had people say that, oh, why are we making it a sexism issue, that it's not about women, that men get assaulted too. And so I asked the question, if it were a man who was manning that store, would he hit him because he felt insulted? I mean, there are times that women are told to shush because this conversation doesn't concern them. Do you think that this is also the actual Nigerian cultural problem or the patriarchy problem that was playing out in that video?
That's the truth. In Nigeria, the women are supposed to be heard. So they're supposed to be seen and not heard. And I think, you know, looking at that video, he actually slapped her 4 times. I had to go back and count.
I felt it.
Because I couldn't believe it. What did she say? You know, I'm thinking, he couldn't possibly have slapped a guy like that. It's not possible. It's, I mean, you know, it's the complete contempt. You could feel the contempt for, she's just a woman. Why is she talking to me like that? It was, because the 4th slap, I'm thinking, what did she do now? He slapped her a 4th time. I was honest, I'm thinking, and I was thinking, why didn't this woman have a black belt too? And I've kicked his, you know.
But there was the thing that a lot of people don't see in that video, there was another man who literally just stood at the extreme. The guy in the black shirt just removed himself from all of that drama. And at the end of the day, I think I saw him trying to hold. That's one good man. Let's not,
no, we're not saying all men.
I'm just saying. But then he wasn't able to stop. I'm just saying.
Why?
No.
Why didn't he stop the man?
Because you see, the average man is very condescending towards women. Let's
be realistic.
Yes.
Especially
There
in
is
this
man who's
country.
like, what? Just a woman.
I don't want it to be that women are attacking the men. I'm going to play the devil's advocate here.
It's not all men that are bad.
Exactly, but in this case, I want us to see where did this all start from? Because it didn't start overnight. For women to be seen as lesser mortals or beneath the men or shouldn't be speaking. Because I hear a lot of women say, no matter how many degrees you have, no matter how good you are, you still are not good enough.
No, let me
for
tell
the
you
men
where
in
I think
Nigeria.
this started
Who said
from.
that?
No, let me
A lot
tell you
of
where I
women
think this
say
started
that.
from. And I had this
especially
argument.
if you're not, you know, if you let's take marriage for example.
Yes, exactly.
You
That's
get
where-
all the degrees and you're not married. You're not allowed.
people
You're not
think
given a
that.
seat at the table. Why?
Create your table.
No, now,
women
yes,
creating
now
their
we're
tables.
creating, yes. But for a long time, and I honestly think that it was born out of religiosity. The Bible says, women, you know, wives, submit to your own husband. I had this argument with a guy. He kept on telling me that the Bible says women submit to men.
Submit, but then what is the end of that?
Submit to men.
Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave his life. Let's complete
I agree
the
with you. What I'm
verse.
saying, most men don't see.
Pick and choose.
Most
Complete
men
the
don't see
verse.
wives submit to your husband. What they see is women submit to men. When they read that, I'm telling you. And somebody had this argument with me.
So
I had to open the Bible and show him.
let's look at the political angle of this. A lot of people have spoken to the National Assembly. There've been, you know, tweets and retweets. Atiku Abubakar had something to say about this because he's a member of his political party. I'd like for us to put that up on the screen. He put up a tweet as concerning this. He said, I think that this PDP guy, oh, sorry, this is from Abike
That's
Dabi.
Abike, yeah.
She said, I think this PDP guy. Okay, so this is Atiku Abubakar. Sorry for that mix-up. I've seen the alleged assault video involving Senator Elisha Abbo. The video is sad, inexcusable, and I know the senator quite well, but the law is clear and leaders must lead by example. Now, Atiku here was not trying to make it about a political party, but then Abike Dabiri Erewa, who is a woman who should have seen this from a female angle, she actually made it political. She said, to think that the PDP guy, that this PDP guy was said to have defeated one of our most respected female parliamentarians, Senator Binta Masi Garba, the Senate must not protect him. He should be charged. The footage is enough evidence and he deserves to be in prison.
It should never be about a party thing. It should be about the individual that committed the crime. Whatever party you belong to.
Yes.
But you see, in Nigeria, we always have lines, you know, from which
that we blur.
Yes, so we always look at things from different prisms. Either it's religious, either it's political or ethnic.
Traditional. Yeah.
So why? And this is somebody who you would think should know better. Someone who is.
People have their reasons for saying things at a certain time.
Thank you very much. You got it right. I mean, that's the honest truth. She could have said the same thing and let
Without,
her be a part of it. She could.
That would give it more weight,
and she would have gotten her message across.
It's okay.
You know, yes.
Be loyal to your party, but deal with the issue
and that
head
is
on.
Part of the problem we have. I think we have in Nigeria. Everything is about party. Everything people are saying, nobody is being honest or being truthful. They're all trying. There's some angle. You know, that's why I say in politics, there's no permanent. How do I say? No permanent enemies, just permanent interests. So you know, if you find, that's why you find somebody in one party today, next week.
It's like Jan Grover now, Tumbo. Yeah.
Now, the Inspector General of Police has also ordered the arrest of this young man. As we speak right now, he's in custody.
I hope so. Where is he in handcuffs or something?
Well,
yes,
we don't. We haven't seen a parade of.
You see why I like Oyibo people? You would have held this mug shots. Let's have him. Can we have mug shots in Nigeria?
Well, we need
Let that be a deterrent somehow.
The police will tell you to pay for it.
But there is a press release from the police about him being, you know, arrested. But now he has been arrested.
Okay.
What happens next? There are people who also have reacted to that police statement saying, oh, he's a member of the National Assembly. After a few days, this matter will be done and dusted.
Can we please start?
Why do we have so much doubt in our legal and law enforcement?
The antecedents are there.
This thing happened in May. But for the fact that it came up on social media.
And that was his excuse, that it happened before.
Will never have been,
Before he became a senator.
Yes,
now, does that excuse
him? He never been arrested if we didn't see this footage. Something happened as far back as May. So why would I believe the policeman? Why would I not think that
we're
after
not
they
angry
settled
enough
under the table?
We're not yet there.
So because there have been issues where Nigerians just scream. Nigerians scream about a lot of things, but then they fizzle out because something new comes up.
It's quite overwhelming. I was trying to describe how I felt to someone. I was like, yeah, you're just coming up for air, and then they press you down. It's like, yeah, you know how you're drowning, and you're trying to come up to just grab some air to just have some power, and then you're getting pushed out, sucked back in. How much can people take? And if you try and get rid of all the people, who are you going to govern? You turn on yourselves. People are leaving the country in droves. This is our country. This is my country, your country, your country. I hate it when I stand out with my passport and somebody looks at me as if I'm nothing, and it's because of people like this.
It's really, I know, I understand, it's draining, but why do we never follow through?
Because we are social commentators.
I always point to Hong Kong. These protesters never get tired.
Nigeria.
Look at what the Sudanese are doing. There's a sit out or
we're comfortable. We're comfortable. We're comfortable.
Are we really comfortable?
I think it's because most of these things all have a hidden, you know, all this comments, a lot of people are making comments not for the real reasons or the right reasons. They make comments, they want to be heard, they want to be seen, they, you know, there's a hidden agenda.
There's a political undertone of sorts?
Yes, a hidden agenda everywhere.
So somebody like Kate, do you have a political agenda? Is there somebody you're fronting for?
Oh, no. There's no way I'll front for anyone. I mean, I remember the first time I took part in the Lekki toll thing. I mean, I can afford to pay the toll. It's not, you increase it to whatever. Thank God I can afford it. I didn't have to be in the forefront. I didn't have to be tear gassed. I didn't have to have area boys chase me all the way into Lekki. Why? I was just driving. I'm like, what's going on? I told her, I parked my car and I joined. That is what we should do. So that we don't get it to a place where it now comes here. Stop it at the door, so that everybody enjoys it. Exactly. Why do you want just yourself, your big car, your power, your oddly, only you, your family? You're not going to be on this earth forever.
They're not going to be on this earth.
You're not going to be in that place forever. What happens to your children, to your grandchildren?
But these people, this sounds all well and good, but there are people who are enablers of these same people who are complaining about it. Those people are like you and I. And when people say that we're not tired enough or we're too comfortable, I'd show you a lot of people who are very tired. They don't have jobs.
But they're not doing anything about it.
This is what we are saying.
You see, there's a difference.
Then they will now be pointing, celebrity. Leave celebrity. All of us come out. All of us.
That's just it.
But you will now find inside that same one, they've cornered some people. They've paid here. They've hung this one here. I know these things. No, next thing you see, they start, exactly if you were 1,000, it will turn to 200 left in the front.
We look at, yes, now. Because people, everybody...
Let's talk solutions, because all we're talking about are the problems, and we see them every day. They're literally in our faces. Where do we go from here? Other than going on social media and screaming about it. Yes, if it becomes a social media buzz, good and well. Social media has afforded us the opportunity for these things to be thrown up. But how do we go beyond just screaming and going back to sleep? To your turn to Nigerians.
Narrate to your turn to, that's one of my quotes, to your turn to Israel. Apart from talking, talking helps. I wouldn't knock talking, because if we all have one voice raised, you know, in anger, and by the time people start stepping out and then coming out, that we just need to make sure that we follow things through to the end. Not that as we are going here, they bring Ruga, they bring this one. How many things are you going to try and juggle? Take one, finish it, can it. Pick the next one, finish it, can it. That's the only way we're going to make any headway in this country or in any sane society. These same people, this same young man, if he goes abroad, he knows he can't try himself. You can't.
That is the problem in Nigeria.
Because if they don't arrest you, you will never enter that country again. That's for sure. That's a society that works. Yes, granted, they have their own issues, but there are things in place, institutions, systems in place to take care of an erring individual.
But when this person is erring is the lawmaker breaker, how do you want to call that person? Lawbreaker maker.
That's why I said it's still wet behind the ears. Your cement never dry for your leg, and you are feeling tough.
No, but even at 41, he's not young. Let's try and, we're saying
he's young, according to United Nations.
Okay, sorry.
He's young.
At 41.
He's young.
Over 40.
He's young.
Yeah, he's a young man.
He's
God
young.
bless him.
I don't even care about his sexual proclivities. I'm not interested.
Yeah, but
I'm not interested in that.
The important thing is that a crime was committed. Someone was abused.
There must be an example. It's not just to arrest him.
But the question is, how many examples have we made of anybody?
That's what we are saying now.
Especially for people in that category, people at the helm of affairs, in quote.
That's what we're saying. Nobody has been held accountable, and then we just move on.
It means that
which is
our
not enough.
systems are all wrong.
Yes.
The police, we need to do a complete overhaul.
There was a policeman there. He was even going to drag.
Complete overhaul. That policeman, for instance.
What's the motto of the police?
Protect and serve.
Oh, really?
No, you know, police
that could have fooled me.
Yeah. Police
and I know it's not all police that are bad. I know some good ones that are trying. Just like not all senators are bad. Very few.
My problem is the sum. Now, the sum is a small...
we don't have a critical mass number of good people.
Everybody's about themselves.
Yes,
that's the most
selfish and vested interests.
Do we see this going away anytime soon?
What exactly?
This situation of people getting away with crime?
Murder.
All I know is that there must be an end to a story. Every story has an end. And we cannot continue like this forever. Look at Rwanda. Look at them.
Please, no, we can't get to Rwanda stage. We can't go through that process. We must not.
Okay, so what do you want?
No. We must find a way to put ourselves together.
How? I'm asking you directly because I have no idea.
I don't know either. But we can't get to Rwanda stage. You can't get to that stage.
So we're sounding like there is no hope, but there has to
be hope.
You know me.
But I know it's not prayer. Faith without work is dead. We have been praying. We pray. Church is on this street somewhere. There's church everywhere. If it's by church, we won't have problem.
Or mosques.
Or mosque. We won't have problem.
We're running out of time, but one question each for you ladies, and it's about the women. Because people talk about values. And charity, they say, begins at home. The woman would complain that, oh, you know, the boys are placed ahead of them. They have to be in the kitchen. They have to do this. I never experienced that because it never happened in my home. But this is basically what happens. And we live in the 21st century where we are giving the opportunity to bring other women up. Women are supposed to be bringing other women up. But then you ask the average woman, what is her problem? And she says, it's another woman. So we are part of the problem. How do we destroy that barrier or whatever it is that we are placing ahead of another woman who we could have been holding her hand up, for example, so that we can actually, because the men can also support us if they don't see that we
Of course, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head. So they see that we are divided. Men don't have time for all these squabble. You see them, if they fight today, they're in the bear parlor in 30 minutes. But it's the next generation. It's true, you're both women. It's the truth. We also have to raise better boys who become men. We spend so much time trying to get the girl to be okay. Exactly. But she then goes and stays with this one that is not okay. How is it going to work? Equality. Me, my brothers, they can cook very well. They wash. There was no segregation. Yes, I'm the first. I did a lot of work, but there's no special, everybody is the same.
But that's different for other households and other traditions or cultures.
The truth is we spent a lot of time on the girl child.
We have.
Spent a lot of time bringing up the girl child, trying to mold her into the perfect. And then we completely sidelined the boys.
So who is she going to marry?
Boys who have turned into monsters.
This marriage that they're carrying on their head, who is she going to marry?
Exactly. They say, you're going to go to your mother-in-law, all that. We never remember that she's going to marry some man.
Women need to do this, just hold hands and move together as a force. I was telling you before we went on air about women's riot. Women, Queen Amina, women, Moremi, women, Ransom Kuti, women, women. We have just become like balloon that all the air has been sucked out.
Well, this has been a very interesting conversation. I want to say thank you to Kate Henshaw, she's an actress and an activist, and Fumi Tosumo-Ayola. Thank you very much for being here. She's a political analyst. It's been a great conversation, and I'm hoping that you continue doing what you're doing. Hopefully, we can get to that place that seems like a mirage. Okay, well, we'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll be speaking on the president and his promises to fight corruption. Stay with us.